versus Buckeye girls basketball in your home for all Holy Name Sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube is up next. Stay tuned. We'll begin in a couple minutes. Hang tight, and we'll have a good one here as Holy Name looks to go 1-1 in GLC East play to kick off the new campaign. Holy Name High School, home of the Holy Name Green Wave. This is GLC East Basketball, and your home for all Holy Name Sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this matchup between the Holy Name Green Wave and the 0-7 Buckeye Bucks. I am Smee. Posa will be joining me momentarily. Holy Name dropped both games against the Bucks last year, the first one being Medina County, and the return leg being here in January. We will now, in a short few moments, turn it over to our in-stadium announcer, Joe Stavoli, to get things underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Andrew and James Sisler Court, home of Green Wave basketball. On behalf of Holy Name High School President Shelby Black, Principal Molly Christ, and Athletic Director Richard Kozel, we'd like to extend to each of you a cordial welcome for this evening's matchup featuring the Bucks of Buckeye and the Green Wave of Holy Name. The official decides of this game have met all requirements set forth by the OHSAA. Tonight's officials are Emily Ellis, Laura Aleska, and Alyssa
Now we are joined by Ava Posa here. Ava, your school last year was Buckeye. You claimed to be part of this varsity roster last year. I really don't believe you. I wasn't there for any games that you played in, but you were the master of this team. What did they do well? What should we expect from them tonight?
I feel like they're going to really start and try to get the ball into Quinn Cerrone. I played with her. I've played against her during practices. They're really going to try to nail her and get the inside shots, which they practiced last year. And I'm sure they're going to practice this year with a small staff. So
Cerrone averaging 8.8 on the year and 7.7 rebounds. An impressive numbers for her, given the lack of offensive scoring for this team. 23.4 game through 7, their last game being a tough 88-8 loss against Loudonville on December 11th. As the Bucks win the opening tip, we are underway, and they already lose possession, but a kickball will give it back to them. Actually, no, it will go against the Bucks. It looked like it kicked off of Holy Name, but they will take the ball now. Holy Name, they've had some impressive games this year, but their last one, a 20-point loss to the Lakewood Rangers, an impressive feat from the Rangers. Layla Smith and Delaney Garcia combined for over 25 of the 50 for the Rangers. Nolani Simon bobbles, keeps it in play. Claire Coljon, she has 13 on the year thus far, the freshman impressing so far throughout her first 5 varsity games. Majoris, Nolani Simon, corner, Stibley, no one home for 3. No good. Rebound by Coach. Coach hands, and the Bucks get a defensive stop as it will be Macy Greer taking off the court. A possession each so far and no scoring for either team. Stephen Bacher turns it back over to Brianna Minch, hands to Stibley, going in their second forced turnover. Coljon drives, floater, they hit off the front of the rim, no good. Off her hand and corralled in by Macy Greer. Greer, the junior, averaging 2.7 a game, along with 2.7 rebounds and 1.7 steals per night. And another steal for the Green Wave as Nolani Simon yanks it away from the Bucks.
Fouls on Macy Greer, team first.
I should say it's a foul after the steal. I don't know if there's a foul on that one.
I don't know about that, but the Bucks seem to run the same play over and over again, and the Green Wave obviously note after getting 2 steals on it.
Air ball out of play, and Stibley can't keep it in. That will force the first substitutions of the night. A 5-for-5 change. Abraham, Rudolph. Let's see who else here. Cartagena, Forgosh, and Rispoli all check in. A lot of names to have to remember there.
Oh, yeah.
So now we have 10 players who have played for the Green Wave. That is more than the Bucks have active tonight. They only have 9. Going to do a nice job of doing some double teams here. He'll leave a couple open, trying to get it inside of Cerrone. Can't. Kicks out a floater for the Bucks off the front of the rim. Rebound, Forgosh on the shot by Macy Greer. Rispoli, her, I believe, 3rd game off the bench. Inside, Sarah Abraham, the floater. On the front of the rim, no good. Rudolph, unable to put that one away. And a rebound taken in by Quinn Cerrone. And just as quickly as the Bucks get possession, that one chucked out of play.
Yep. I mean, Quinn was Rams with, like, obviously taking over the big role coming in this year with 5 seniors graduating last year. So it's a completely new varsity team this year. Quinn's had a couple minutes, Maddie's had a lot of minutes. Coach coming in and just, there goes the block off Quinn. But they've had this is a very new team for varsity-wise. It's a very young team with, I don't know how many freshmen are on the entire roster. 2 freshmen, but 3 with Morgan Penny, who is currently out injured.
And a foul there will go against Rispoli for first, and that will bring another change for the Green Wave. A lot of changes early on in today's game. Coach Pacidi in his 2nd year giving plenty of instructions. Inside a floater, not going to fall. The putback also not falling for Chobankova. Taken in by the Bucks. Cerrone trying to kick it out, working on Minch. The floater will not go, but it will send her to the charity stripe for 2. The first shooting foul of the evening.
This is a part of the game that the Bucks really struggled with last year, is the free throws. I'm not sure what the percentage was for varsity-wise, but JV was low and varsity was very low with their free throw percentage.
Cerrone trying to open the scoring for the Bucks. She does not. So the Bucks, their woes continue from the line. Cerrone to take her second. 0 for 1 so far. In and out, no good on the second. So the Bucks go 0 for 2. And as you said, their woes from last year carry over to the new year. Coljon inside the arc, trying to kick it. Kicks, Stibley has a jump, but corrals it. Simon, Majoris, nice ball movement on the outside of the arc. Minch, corner, Claire Coljon. Nice pressure being applied by Cerrone, and a foul against Cerrone. That will send Holy Name to the baseline for an inbound. So far, 3 minutes played, 0 points. I think a lot of people going into this game expected to see a lot of scoring for the Green Wave, but this one to be a game where they could just have an offensive explosion. We're yet to see that almost halfway through the first. Stibley, Claire Coljon, she tries her luck from 3. No good off the side of the rim. Coljon gets a piece of it, and on the kickball sends it away. She was able to get in front of Steppenbacher, but it wasn't enough. It will go back to the Bucks. Maddie Koch to inbound, 3.7 points on the year for her. Played a decent amount last year, but as well, you're saying replacing 5 seniors. It was supposed to also fall on junior Rudy Hudak to help with it, but she is out injured. Coljon, no good. Rebound, Koch to bobble, and it will remain Buckeye ball after they force the error. As I was saying, Ruby Hudak out tonight. 6.0 points per game, 3.5 rebounds. Out with an injury, she traveled with the team not playing. Also, Morgan Penny averaged a little bit more than her. She is also out tonight. So 2 of the 3 top scorers on this team, that's over half your points that you average a game, are gone. And Buckeye will step out of play. It will go back to the Green Wave with 4:25 left to go in the opening frame.
You know, this is just a fight against, like, just who can take care of the ball better. You know, like, both of these teams have not been able to put up a point yet. A lot of shots offered by the Green Wave, but the Bucks cannot get into the paint nor get open enough to take a shot without getting the ball turned over.
That one tipped around, rebound, Claire Coljon taking it outside the arc against Chobankova. And a foul will go against Chobankova. That will be Buckeye's 3rd of the quarter. So Ava, we're about halfway through the first quarter, and a goose egg for both teams. The only score that we really have is 3-2 in favor of Buckeye for fouls given up.
Yeah.
Simon inbounds. Stibley to try to break the goose egg. No good. Rebounded by Greer of the Bucks. And she'll take it up trying to remove the goose egg. And now we are officially halfway through the first quarter with no scoring. And a travel against Greer will give the ball back to Holy Name. So another possession that they need to try to get some scoring going. And Buckeye this year will obviously be a transition year for them. Both their boys and girls varsity basketball coach leaving after last year's campaign. Simon inbound here gives Coljon. Coljon trying to get something going for the Green Wave offensively. Simon trying to kick it. Koch gets the ball jarred, but taken back by Simon. Stibley pumps, working on Cerrone. Cerrone gets a piece of it and sends it out of play. And it will remain holding in ball with an inbound incoming on the baseline. So now 3:45 left to go here in the first. Still no score.
But as you mentioned about the coaching staff leaving, there's a lot of young talent on both of these Buckeye rosters for boys and girls basketball. Like, there's no sophomores, I don't believe, on this roster, and there's plenty of sophomores. I think half or more of their varsity lineup for boys basketball is sophomores at the moment. So, and most of it is juniors on the Buckeye roster, and that's something that, you know, that's just something you have to do in order to not only be able to refresh and get new pairs of legs on the court, but you just have to have more than 10 people on your roster or on the court at one time.
That varsity roster graduated a couple headlined by, I believe it was Cody Burgess, who went to BW to play with Josh Pinheiro of the Green Wave. And now I believe they'll be led out by Caden Hudak. I believe he's still there, maybe he graduated.
So, Caden Hudak is at BW right now, and Carter Burgess is a senior now at Buckeye, and he actually played with Drew Styers, and they're pretty good friends, apparently.
Another matchup, I don't know if he's still there as well, Niddle, the center. The weirdest shooting motion of all time, but it works.
It works.
Forgosh, the floater, she's hit, but no foul. They're gonna say it was clean, and it'll go back to the Bucks. Almost 5 minutes in, and there's still no score. This is not my bingo card. Coach trying to direct traffic just to get it in time. She does. Steppenbacher to take it up against Sarah Abraham, who's getting some extended minutes. Her brother, Joey Abraham, led the Green Wave as a point guard, and a rare error here. Respoli for the lead. It falls. We have some points, ladies and gentlemen. Steppenbacher, the freshman, you'll get those freshman errors, kept it in. Gift wrapped it for Mary Elise Respoli. The goose egg is gone. But a rare error you'll see for teams just to keep it in. Respoli, another opportunity. She drives. That one no good. Going around. Coach Bobbles corrals it in. But you don't see those kind of errors. Usually you'll see the freshman let it go and just try to avoid those kind of errors. That's the anti-freshman error, if you will.
Yeah. But I feel like something that especially something that freshmen go through freshman minds is like you have to play up to this potential. Like, you know, you want to be able to play on varsity freshman year. Like, that's a big thing. Like, to be able to do that, obviously, but to be able to prove yourself, and they're carrying a lot of weight too, of trying to stick up to that mentality of staying.
What a three there, nothing to run by Mary Elise Respoli. Contested, she has all 5 of the night. But you're absolutely right, it's a fight to try to get minutes, and Respoli a steal. Can she get 7 first quarter points? That'll be a foul, and she'll go to the line. Buckeyes coach not happy to surrender that foul, but Respoli, all 5 will go to the line now, as she has led off the bench this year. Coach Petiti, after a couple games, opted to have Respoli start on the bench, but it's been a role that suited her a lot better than starting for this Green Wave team. Coming off the bench, playing time with JV, coming off an injury her sophomore year. She's really impressed this year, especially being that 6th man. That one not falling for Respoli, so Holy Name starts 0 for 1 from the charity stripe.
You know, and another big thing about these injuries, like, you're overworking these girls, you know, and you can't have fresh legs in the court. Like, look how deep Holy Name's bench is. They're completely filled out, and Buckeyes is barely full. Like, they're maybe halfway, and that's just pulling people up and making sure you have fresh legs on the court at all times to prevent injuries. And that's right there. Buckeye is worn out right now.
And I mean, it's pretty much exactly what happened for Holy Name Hockey. They only have 9 active players. Now they're getting back, with Yen back from his collarbone injury, or should be coming back in the coming days if he already hasn't. But you only have 10 guys there, and it's funny how Coach Petiti runs what you would see in hockey. You'll see the lines that Holy Name has, 5 substitutions at a time. They run their second or third lines even. It's funny how Holy Name girls basketball has those, but hockey, the team that needs it, does not. That one goes out, it'll remain with the Bucks. But 6-0, Holy Name leads. Respoli has 6 of the points, 1 from the charity stripe. Holy Name 1 for 2. But Holy Name, they've been averaging 50 plus a game for the most part this year. And what we've seen is if Holy Name puts up 50 or more points, they win. If not, they lose. Simple.
Yep.
Their losses, their opponent put up 50 and 59. They have not seen a team hit 60 yet. Double team, forcing Greer into a corner. Will they get her on a foul? They do, it appears. It'll be on Cole John, it looks like. That'll be team 4th. So both teams, if they commit a foul in the next minute 22, will send the arrow opponents to the charity stripe. So now Greer will check out of the game. Coach to inbound. Inbound, picked up by Coljon, had the foul, but gets the pick off. Coljon, floater, she'll be fouled and will now go to the line. That'll be Buckeyes 5th. It wouldn't matter if it's on the shot or not, no matter what. They're now at 5, and now Buckeye can't foul for the next minute 14 unless they want Holy Name to go to charity stripe.
Yep.
So Claire Coljon, the freshman, 13 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, a relative of Coach Danny Day for Holy Name Green Wave football, the defensive coordinator and longtime defensive line coach as well. That one bobbles in for Claire Coljon, making now a 7-0 lead. The first point scored not by someone named Mary Elise Respoli. Her second does not fall, so Holy Name going 500 from the line.
Chelsea Meadow with the rebound.
There.
Over and back.
Over and back. There you go. Hohenheim get the ball back, up 7-0 here. It wouldn't be the prettiest kill shot of all time, but Hohenheim has a shot for one here if they can get a 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how you get it, it just matters that you get it. A 10-0 run to start the game would be impressive. For the majority of these coming in the last couple of minutes. 1 minute left to go now in the first. Koljan for the kill shot. She drains a 3. It's a kill shot to begin the game for the Green Wave. Claire Koljan. Give her 4 on the night. And a travel there against Post. Gives it back to Hohenheim. You're talking about the freshman jitters. Claire Koljan. She doesn't know what you're talking about at all on that one. Not at all.
Not at all.
So now it's 10-0. Hohenheim lead with 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. Koljan inside the paint. Floater. No good on the underhand shot. Kick out by Stibley. Majoris. Not going to fall. Rebound by Cerwoni. Just jumping above everyone to corral it in. That one tipped. Majoris the tip to Koljan. It falls for Claire Koljan. She now has 6. Riscoli and Claire John, 6 each. It's 12-0 Hohenheim. Coach on the inbound and a foul against Majoris, which will send Buckeye to the line. Hohenheim, relatively clean quarter for them. In the last 4 minutes, they turned on the heat. 12-0 run. So Coach will go to the line, averaging just under 4 points a game this season.
Last year, I believe Maddie had the highest free throw percentage, JV and varsity.
Her first. No good. So Buckeye starts off the game 0 for 3 from the charity stripe. Second one also going to be missed. It tipped out of play. Going off against Cerwoni. It'll be Hohenheim ball with one last shot to do something before the first quarter is out. So they're going to take it up here. Claire Koljan most likely taking the last shot of the quarter. Koljan kicks. Majoris, she tries her luck for 15. No good. Rebound, Majoris. Katie Majoris, not going to fall. That will end the first quarter as the ball bobbles around. It looked like it was going to be an ugly first quarter, 0-0 for the first 4. Hohenheim, 12 points in the last 4 minutes. But it looks like it will be potentially a free throw opportunity, and it will. Just as Max Bolin got his last second opportunity against the Lou on Saturday.
Yep.
One last second one will give Koljan 2 free throws. It looks like both teams will go to the bench, so it will not matter regardless. But Koljan trying to change the score here. First one, she sinks. So now Hohenheim is 3 for 5 from the line, just how the Green Wave started last night. She goes 1 for 2. So now it will end the first quarter. Hohenheim up 13-0 over the Buckeye Bucks. So we'll go to our first media timeout. You are watching Hohenheim versus Buckeye GLC East basketball on your home for all Hohenheim sports, Hohenheim Athletics YouTube. Beginning of the second quarter here at Hohenheim High School. Hohenheim on a 13-0 run to begin the game, all coming in the final 4 minutes of play of the first quarter. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Ava Posa. We'll get to you in a minute as that one tips out against Cerwoni. Gives the ball to Hohenheim. A rough start for both teams, no points. Holy name 13 points to end the quarter with one free throw coming from Claire Coljohn after time expired. What does Holy name need to do now to keep their foot on the gas?
Honestly, if they can just keep the ball out of Buckeyes' hands, that's the key. I mean, they can't get anything started right now. They can't move the ball. They're just getting pressed. That's where all of their points are coming from, off the press. And if Buckeye can somehow break their press, then that's their key into scoring points. They're not doing a bad job on defense. Like, prime example, the first couple minutes of the first quarter, they were like, there was no offensive role. But now it's Holy Name is getting their role into it, and as you can see, they're just shutting the Bucks down before they can even get to the three-point arc.
And how about keeping it out of their hands? A jump ball going to Holy Name. But going back to that last possession, on the baseline, it was Niemi Cartagena just jumping over the line to keep it in play, which set up the three miss, rebounded, Rudolph put it away. 15-0 Holy Name lead, and they're looking to mount on some more here. This is an excellent start for the Green Wave. They can continue it. Rispoli with 6, Coljohn 7, Rudolph with 2. Rispoli goes to the ground trying to get rid of it before she gives up a jump ball. Maybe a timeout can be called? No. They're going to let it be a jump ball and goes back to the Bucks. But Coach Bettini wanted a foul. Kind of surprised he didn't call timeout there when Rispoli had clear possession.
Yeah.
You'll see Coach Patton do that often when one of his guys has possession and has a gap closed down against them. He'll call time. Forgosh Bobbles puts it up, and the bottom of the rim rejects it. Cartagena the floater, no good. Tipped around. Coach tips it. Maybe it was on the line. They're not going to say she was out of play. Point and keeps it. Rispoli from the corner. No good. Rebound, Cervoni. Cervoni being double teamed, handed off. 5-man change coming at the next stoppage for the Green Wave. And a foul go against Holy Name the first. It'll go against Sarah Abraham.
I believe it was a shove from the back. Yeah.
Abraham a tech in the last game for having the wrong jersey number on. I believe the last 2 games we've seen, 3 of the last 4, or at least the last 3 games here, we've seen a tech in at least all those games, 2 of them last night.
Oh, yeah.
Cervoni, that one no good. Rebounded by Natalie Stibley off the glass. Claire Coljohn has Nalani Simon open and she wants her, drives herself. Underhand shot not going to go. Bobbled around. Cervoni maybe kicked it. Actually, no, they're going to say, originally in motion that it was Buckeye ball, but now I think they got it right that Cervoni kicked it.
Yeah. I don't know if she kicked it. I think it came off of her hand. She's down there.
The original designation was kickball. The floater from Minch, in and out, no good. Coljohn the putback. Underhand throw, and it's good. 17-0 run. Coljohn with 9 to begin the game. What an impressive start for them. Holy Name, impressing. Pass Cervoni to break the 0. No, can't. Tipped out of play. It's Holy Name ball. Can Holy Name's defense hold up the whole half?
We'll see. I mean, if they can't, Buckeyes obviously going to press. They're in a deficit. They know that they can't come back if they get so high up. But
for a 20-point lead, no good. Rebound, Coljohn kicks out Majora. She tries for a 20-point lead. No good again. Rebound by Simon, but bobbles it out of play. It'll go to the Bucks. Substitution for the Bucks, it'll be Devin Byer checking in. And that will send Macy Greer, the junior, to the sidelines. With 5:46 left to go in the opening half, Holy Name up 17-0 over the Bucks. Coach. Travel on Coach before the jump ball. It'll be Holy Name ball nonetheless. Regardless of what the call was, it was going to go to the green and white.
Yep.
So still remains 17-0. Holy Name leads. Coljohn's going to take it up and hand off to Simon. Simon's done an excellent job inside the arc rebounding. Coljohn from downtown, no good. Over the backboard. It'll go back to the Bucks. It'll be Mahalik, Williams, Cartagena, Forgosh, and Rispoli all check in for the Green Wave.
You know, I know I've talked a lot about being, like, substituting and getting fresh legs on the court, and this is why, like, I've been in this situation. I've been on that bench, and I've been out of my breath, you know? You have to somehow, you have to get fresh legs on the court, even if it's, you have to take your timeouts. Like, I don't know if Coach Clady has any timeouts taken at the moment. I mean, I'm sure they've done a lot of conditioning to keep, you know, their stamina up, but you can't play a good game of basketball without fresh legs on the court to continue your fight with not only your best players, but if you're running low on any players in that moment.
That shot no good. Maybe going on the backboard. It's not going to be called. Buckeye trying to keep it in play. And it will remain with the Bucks. I don't know about that one. Nonetheless, it's their ball. Bayer working out her spoil, driving, kicks out. Cervoni tipped away by Cartagena. But Buckeye will have to work for their point. It'll be an inbound near Holy Name's bench. Coast to direct traffic to try to get the ball in. Cartagena gets a piece of it, and it will go to the Holy Name. It goes out against Stephen Bacher, the freshman.
Freshman jitters, man.
Freshman jitters, you can say that again. And this was such an inexperienced team. You hate to say inexperienced. It's not like a negative connotation, but not at all. Cartagena for three, no good. Rebound by Forgosh. Forgosh to put back. That's cold, using the glass. It's good. Oh, it's a Forgosh. The 19-0 run for the Green Wave.
You know, the Bucks just, they're pressing them, they're trapping them. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just they have to learn to break their press and their traps. I don't know if they're in like a 2-3 zone or 1-3-1, but to save legs, sometimes that's the best thing you can do is just have them in a zone.
I'm surprised that their offense isn't running plays designed to get the ball inside of Cervoni. You had seen it a couple times, but move it around outside the arc, give a kick in to a power forward, and give it to your five, Cervoni, and let her do something. Breakaway to break the zero for Bayer. Makes Mahalik miss, but it'll be a travel regardless. You can tell that step that was taken by Mahalik, it wasn't because she was faked out, it was because of a travel.
Yeah.
More Mahalik and Abraham, the two JV freshmen who have played, like we said earlier, Abraham's brother, Joey, longtime point guard for the Green Wave after graduating. And a travel against Alani Simon. Ava, what do you see on that one?
Honestly, I didn't see any movement at all. I mean, she might have picked her foot up a little bit too much, but that's just honestly what the refs see.
I feel like they're going to start calling a lot more things here, a lot being more scrutinous.
Oh, yeah.
That one goes back to the Green Wave, bobbled out of play as Kelsey Metter loses track of it. You talk about lineages at these high schools. You talk about the Hudak family at Buckeye, as well the Metter family. Ranger, her brother, who's a senior football and baseball player. We'll see him in a couple months for when Holy Name takes on Buckeye. As Chovankova takes it, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession will remain with the Green Wave. So now we're halfway through the fourth, 4 minutes into the second, I should say. 6 points scored by the Green Wave so far. The last time out, they really turned on the heat in the second half of the quarter. And a foul will be given. It's going to be against Bayer, and that will be Buckeye's second. So far the fouls, Chovankova with one, Bayer with her first. 2 fouls against Major of the Green Wave. You got one against Majores and one against Claire Coljohn, who has the ball driving. No good, gets the unlucky bounce off the front of the rim and a jump ball. This one will go to the Medina County outfit, Buckeye ball. Inbound, Stibley trying to catch the Buck sleeping. Stephen Bacher takes it, however. Coast to coast bobbles. Bayer dives. It would have been Buckeye ball, she didn't touch it. But it will now go back to Holy Name. Second time we've seen that today. The first one coming from Steppenbacher. It was keeping it in bounds or trying to, when letting it go out of bounds wouldn't have been the worst thing.
It really wouldn't have. They have the ball back on their side of the court.
Coljohn fighting, drives, that one. Gets a lucky bounce. It's a 21-0 start for the Green Wave.
You know, the Bucks aren't really doing anything on help defense right now. I mean, they're following.
I motioned before they called it. You saw that.
Yeah.
He was hitting over the back.
Yeah,
over the travel. He'll see one of the two. And a timeout by the Bucks. They are down 21-0 with 3:25 left to go in the half. We'll take a timeout here and be back on in a minute to bring you the remainder of the first half. 3:25 left to go in the first half as Angelina Lamana checks in for the Green Wave with a 21-0 lead in hand. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me. Former Buckeye Buck herself, Ava Posa. 4 guys from downtown, in and out, no good. Unlucky for that one, not to fall for the junior. Her first year of basketball, 4 guys. She's really impressed so far for the Green Wave in her limited role. Buckeye still looking for their opening points, while Holy Name still looking to get some more points on the board before the half. Danilovic coughs it up on the pass. Rispoli in transition, and a foul sent to the baseline. Rispoli with 6 so far on the night. We'll have a chance to get some more here as Holy Name will inbound. It'll be Angelina Lamana, the junior, to do so. Plenty of rotation for this Green Wave lineup so far today. As Rudolph puts that one up, no good. Rebound inside by Chovankova, a foreign exchange student. Taken up, Bayer. Kicks to Metter. Kelsey Metter back to Bayer. Bayer working on 4 guys, tipped out by Lamana. Angelina Lamana. We don't see her name on the score sheet all too often, but when it comes to defense, she's one of the best that the Green Wave have. And a travel there. We'll go against 4 guys and send it back to Buckeye.
You know, if we had some tallies up here for how many travels there were, I mean, one of the biggest key elements, not just for Buckeye, but for Holy Name, you have to take care of the basketball. I mean, like, that's like the biggest thing that was put into our heads last year. But like, I think both of these teams are just not being able to take care of the ball on either side. If it's shooting or on defense, like, they cannot keep the ball out of bounds.
And that will now send the ball back to Buckeye on this one. Inbound incoming will go to Bayer. Bayer working on Lamana. Double team. Holy Name's done a nice job of employing the double team so far tonight. Inside, Danilovic, not gonna fall. Bounce around the putback, also not gonna fall. Lamana fighting for the rebound, not gonna fall either. Holy Name's defense holds up still. And a foul on the shot will send Steppenbacher to the line for 2. As Buckeye still looks for their first points of the game with 1:59 left to go in the first half. So now, if Buckeye can convert on one of these, they'll open their scoring account, and they really can use that going into the half. And they do. The goose egg is broken. That one not good. Rebound by 4 guys. Took to the 159 point of the second quarter for their first points. Rispoli matches. Release Rispoli takes away the moment from the Bucks. It's 23-1. What a job by this Green Wave team so far. Metter kicks out. Now falling to the ground is Bayer. They might get a foul. Instead, no. There'll be a travel. Goes back to the Green Wave. Substitution being made by the Green Wave as they look to get to work here on the offensive. It's 23-1. There's always still some room for some more points.
Yep.
Claire Goldjohn with 11 so far on the evening. Simzak, her first involvement of the game. We haven't seen Sophia Simzak, the freshman, much tonight. Pass to Goldjohn, just gets that one. Claire Goldjohn puts that one away. Nice job by Claire Goldjohn. Give her 13 on the night.
And that's her average for the entire year so far.
There you go.
Already breaking it before halftime.
And she grabs another board. She already has probably her season average of 5. Simzak, her first points of the game, does not fall. Taken in. Majoris from downtown. Bang! Emily Majoris, her first 3 points. It's 28-1. Wow. Just wow.
I mean, shutting them off. I mean, all of these points have come in from a quarter of half of play. But you got to remember, either teams have not scored. They've scored their first points halfway through the first quarter.
And very impressive by this Green Wave team, 28-1. And they've scored, I believe, 5 off the bounce in like the last minute or so. So 33.3 seconds remain here before halftime. Holy Name up big. Bobble behind the half-court line. An opportunity to get to 30 points. One of the redheads will get it. It will be Majoris. She floats it in. It's 30-1. Majoris, Stibley, Katie Majoris. Doesn't matter which of them get it. It's 30-1. 29-point lead for the Green Wave. One last shot potentially before the half. Bayer, the floater, not gonna fall. So we go to the half. We knew Holy Name would have a big advantage. I don't think we thought 30-1 would be the score as we go to halftime. If it wasn't for a trip to the charity stripe, it's a goose egg for the Bucks. And with that, we go to the half. We'll be back on in a couple minutes to bring you the halftime show. But as of right now, Holy Name up by 29 over their Medina County rivals, Buckeye Bucks. Back from the half here at Holy Name High School. It's the Green Wave with a 30-1 advantage. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan alongside me, Ava Posa, and on your screen, the save the date for the night at the races. We are just waiting for the QR code to be made for the tickets. The link is live, however, you can go find it on the Holy Name Athletic Boosters Twitter page. Thank you to President Joe Kuchera and all involved who have helped support Holy Name Athletics and our work here at Holy Name Broadcasting. And that goes off the screen. Another piece of word. Friday and Saturday close out our week as we are at the Invader Dome to take on Normandy for boys basketball at 7 on Friday, and a quick turnaround, 12:30 p.m. at Warrensville Heights is the tip-off time against Gilmore. To stay up to date in all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date in all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Ava, my question goes to you about your old school Buckeye. This game has not been their best game. 30-1 down, coming off an 80-point loss to Loudonville on Monday.
That's 80 with the 0.
What can they do in the second half to get this game close? What can they do, or what do they need to do?
They need to cut down on the turnovers. I mean, that's a big thing. That's just basic basketball math. You got to take care of the basketball. They got to cut down on the turnovers and find some outlet of offensive, even if it's just getting the boards and stop the putbacks and have help defense, not just following your girl around, you know what I mean? They have to find a way of rhythm of, it's not just the offensive side, they're also letting easy boards come in that they could be rebounding and could be stopping and possibly blocking the ball if they were in help defense. But their biggest thing right now, they have to get the ball over half court. Obviously the Green Wave led up on the press, so I think that's going to end up being, if they can somehow break it down and get over, they'll be set.
And now for Holy Name, looking at them, 30 points, not their best offensive showing despite the 29-point advantage. What do you focus on if you're Holy Name? Do you focus on your defense or your offense in the second half?
I mean, if they can, they're really doing a pretty good job on defense. They're not really getting the chance to defend as much because they're just consistently getting steals off of possessions.
Cole John is that one to fall. Take her tally to 15, and that's going to bring her season average back up. Her season high, I believe, was 25 against North Olmsted, if I'm not mistaken. We're holding him up by 31 now, and he'll get the ball back after that turnover forced by the defense. Coach, the closest Buck to the ball. But Holy Name, we talked about it in prior games on last Wednesday's game and the Wednesday a couple weeks before that. Holy Name, they got really close to some record-breaking performances. As Majoris produced a 3, no good. But they've gotten really close to getting to some big scoring outputs as Coljon don't want to fall. But can they get to the 67? That would tie them with their game, I believe, on December 29th, 2015 against Bedford for the most points since then. Can they get it?
I mean, I think if they can continue to produce on the offensive side, I mean, it's the first Ella with a 3.
7 backers, all 4 of the points of the Bucks in transition. Holy Name gets 2 of them back.
If Holy Name can continue, it's the first minute of the half, and they've already scored 6 points. If they can keep this up, they'll definitely be able to break that record.
Buckeye looking a little bit better. A nice 3, however, though, from Steppenbacher. Got to respect the freshman who's starting to get the jitters gone. And Majoris will commit the foul as Greer goes to the ground. It will be They pointed Buckeye ball, but it looks like they're starting to change their mind on that one, and Louisville will be going back to the green wave. So it'll be Cartagena to inbound here for the green wave as they change their mind and give the ball to the green wave. Rispoli's going to take it up here for the green wave, working on Greer. Kicks, Sarah Abraham. Kicks out, Alyssa Forgash. Rispoli holding in, moving the ball nicely outside the arc, now in Williams. In the post, gets that one to fall. Honesty Williams, and they're putting on a clinic in the paint this year. So now a 34-point lead for the Green Wave, 38-4 from downtown. The Bucks, no good. Rebound, corralled by Kovenchova. And it'll now go to the baseline for the Bucks on the foul. It'll be against Abraham, her second of the evening. Rispoli 2 points away from being the second namer in double figures. Inbound, a nice pass from Coast. Chermoni puts up a shot, but a foul will send the center to the line for 2. Still haven't seen Chermoni get any points yet on the game. Is this where that changes? And she does have 3 fouls. Buckeye so far 1 for 6 from the line. Chermoni's first. No good. Buckeye now 1 for 7 from the line.
Quinn had a lot of her, Cerrone had a lot of her varsity season taken out of her last year. I mean, she was on JV the entire year. She played up on varsity a couple times, but she had a bad ankle injury in the beginning of the year. I mean, so did I, but Quinn was a lot more severe, and she decided to keep playing on it while I took time out, and that only worsened it, which led into her softball season. But I think after the timeout, I don't know if she's still wearing the ankle brace and tapes now, but that was one of the big things that led to her performance on the offseason, I think.
Abraham bobbles it out of play. It goes back to the box. We're starting to gain a little bit of momentum. As minimal as it is, they're still starting to get some. They drained their first field goal and triple all in one shot. So now it's 38-4. Hohenheim leads. Hohenheim so far from the night 3 for 6 compared to the 1 for 8 from the line of the Bucks. Koch off the side of the backboard. Rebound taken in by Rispoli. Patiti gonna do a 5-man change in the next stoppage. Rispoli being hit by Koch, gets rid of it. Forgosh outside the arc, kicks. Abraham, she tries to look from 3. Bang! Sarah Abraham, the triple. Now it's 41-4, and if I'm not mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, we have a running clock.
Oh yeah.
Rispoli gets a piece of it. Greer falls on it. Jump ball. It will be a jump ball, and will stay with the Bucks. Mahalik, Stibley, Coljon, Simon, Lamana in for Cartagena, Williams, Forgosh, Rispoli, and Sarah Abraham, who just slung the triple. Inbound incoming here for the Bucks. It will be Steppenbacher to do so. Finds Greer, who has Stibley against her. Coljon and Stibley putting the business on her. And it's blocked out of bounds by Nalani Simon. Simon making the Bucks work for their points. Inbound once again for the Bucks incoming. Given. Floater in the paint, no good from Danilovic. Take it up now, Coljon. What a pass, but too much on it. Overthrowing Stibley. It'll go back to the Bucks. Hohenheim up by 37. Buckeye waiting to inbound here. Stibley, the closest namer to it. Greer gets it over the senior. Greer has Mahalik and Simon on her. When the double team's been a thorn in the side of the Bucks all game. Danilovic, that one missed. Somehow, Bayer get a piece of it. It won't matter. Actually, it will, as it will stay with Buckeye. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they get the last 2 jump balls?
I believe so. He's definitely, I'm not completely sure. I think the other 2 they came off the foot of Green Wave.
And now they're kind of have a conversation about it here. Are they going to change the call? They're going over to Buckeye's head coach to talk about things here. And now 2 more judges convene. I don't know if they're looking at something off ball or the fact that it looked like it was possession switched. It will remain Buckeye ball, but the clock has ran that whole time. That's something to monitor. That, considering the visuals took all that time, that might have, it probably should have been an official timeout. Danilovic given a 3-4 fire, no good. Kept in by the Bucks by Greer. Hohenheim has it corralled by Lamana. That pass tips. Coljohn gets it. Coljohn takes a pass once again, overthrows Natalie Stibley, and that will bring it back to the Bucks. So now an inbound here for Metter. Greer to take it up the court for the Bucks. Gives Bayer. Bayer working on Coljohn. Inside tips. Coljohn the steal. For Coljohn in transition. Maybe a foul?
Offensive? Possibly.
They're going to call it a defensive foul against Bayer. I saw what you did. Maybe eventual,
Little push.
Little push. It will go in favor of Hohenheim as they will keep possession. Simzak to inbound now as Coljohn goes to the sideline. Rispoli still looking for her next bucket to get her double digits, but she'll have to wait as she is on the sidelines. Forgosh fighting with Majoris for it. Majoris from downtown. No good. Tipped around. It should be Hohenheim ball. No, they're going to give it to the Bucks. I don't think Hohenheim got a piece of that one.
I think they did. I think it was 2 girls. I think it came off of Abraham's back.
It looked like whoever the Buck was over there got tall and got over all of them.
Yeah.
It won't matter. Another foul against Hohenheim. A lot of fouls just simply on dribbles.
Yeah. We got to be smart about the fouls. I mean, that's exactly how the boys' game was the other night. You got to be smart on them and not give away the free ones, no matter how upsetting or pissed off you get. You have to be careful on what you give, what you foul on, and what you don't.
I mean, Lou West had almost 30 foul shots.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
I mean, that's a complete game changer in the game.
Majoris sent down by Coach. Hit a B, Buckeye ball. Oh, what a block in there by Maddie Coach. Getting a piece of that one and sending it down.
Yeah.
Less than a minute to go, 37 seconds and counting, as Sevenbacher has all 4 hands to Coach. Coach goes off her foot, but fouled before it does. The foul will go against Sarah Abraham, her 4th. So 1 more and she's done. So as the clock continues to run, if Hohenheim gets up another foul, it will send Buckeye to the line.
Yep.
Corner 3 blocked by Forgosh, but it will be a foul. It will be the last involvement of the quarter as the clock will run. They're going to take their shots before they go to the quarter break, most likely. And now the buzzer sounds, but they will let her take her shots now before the end of the quarter. Right now it's 41-4. The first falls. That's a good start for the Bucks. Now 2 for 9 on free throws. To close the quarter. No good. Buckeye 2 for 10. As we go to the end, actually it'll be 3. There's 1 more. So here's the last one before we officially go to the quarter break.
I think this is Kelsey's first year back after playing in 8th grade. I don't think she played in freshman year. So this is her junior year.
So that will now send us to the end of the third. Hohenheim finds itself up big, 41-5 over the Buckeye Bucks. 1 quarter left to go here at Holy Name High School. It is the Green Wave up 41-5 over the Buckeye Bucks. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Posa. It's been a big day for the Green Wave. Mainly defensively, not as much offense as we expected to see. But what do you expect to see in this final quarter of play?
I mean, I think they're going to really try to get, possibly into the 60s if they can continue to produce on the offensive side. But it just depends. I mean, they've started off every quarter strong besides, obviously, the first quarter when no one's really scored. But they've started off every quarter scoring, I think, 6 points. And here they go on another run after just scoring.
Rispoli kicks back. Midge from downtown. Bang! Brianna Midge. They've been waiting for her first 3 of the night. She now has 3 points. Holy Name opening up the quarter with 5 points in 40 seconds. 465 picked off by Midge. She scores and gets a steal. Rispoli too far ahead of her. She goes into the padding behind the basket. It'll be Buckeye ball with the clock continuing to run. It'll be Greer taking it up the court for the Bucks. As Rispoli marking her. Screen set by Koch. Fighting for us, Coljon. It's freed, but will stay with the Bucks. Cerwoni under the hoop, blocked by the rim, and taken in by Claire Coljon, who leads at 17. What a pass down court, tipped away. Rudolph keeps it in, but goes off the backboard. It'll be Buckeye ball. Maybe could have let that one go out.
I don't know if it's the game plan just to chuck it up the court and hopefully someone's down there, but I mean, it could work. I mean, it worked the last time, right? So it really just depends. I mean,
the pass was there.
It was there. She was covered. She had 2 girls on her, or at least one, I think.
Last second tip, that made the difference.
Yeah.
Inside the arc, give Metter, and Metter goes to the ground. Foul will go on Honesty Williams. So that'll be the first foul of the quarter, 2 minutes in. Clock continues to run. Ball hit behind Stibley, the steal. Stibley in transition, Mahalik. That one falls for Mahalik. Nice bucket for the freshman, getting herself on the score sheet. Picked off by Stibley, here we go. Some more points for the Green Wave, maybe. Kicks out, Simon, floater. No good, tipped out by Mahalik. We'll go back to the Bucks, but a nice bit of work there by the Green Wave. And if I'm not mistaken, let's check the stat book here for a second. That will be Maura Mahalik's first varsity bucket.
You know, I play softball with Mara. I mean, she has a lot of drive, and if she wants to play, she's going to end up getting playing time.
What a steal and a foul will go against Bayer. So now that will be the first foul of the quarter against the Bucks. That'll be her third. Lamonta to inbound, who's had a nice game defensively for the Green Wave. Inbound, Williams. And then again, Williams had a little bit of an elbow there. Coljon got away with it a couple of quarters ago, a little bit of an elbow. That one, it will go against Williams. I'll go back to the Bucks.
I mean, you have to be physical when you're playing the 5, but there also comes to a point where you have to bring down the physicality, and that's something that I had to learn. That's something Quinn had to learn. That's something all bigs have to learn.
What a steal by Lamonta, and put back by Stibley. There we go. But you're right, physicality. You gotta find that fine line. So now a 45-point lead. Stibley almost getting a piece of that one.
Better for the 3, and it is good.
For a second, it took me a second to see if that was a 3 or not, the way she shot it.
Yeah.
What a nice little shot there from Metter. Stibley wide open. Mahalik from downtown. No good. The putback blocked away by the Bucks. Jump ball. It'll go to the Bucks if that's the call. It is. It'll go to the Bucks. Forgosh, Abraham, Katie Majoris, Emily Majoris, and Sophia Sims have to check in. Clock continues to run, and with that, 50-8. Your Keon Sports Player of the Game. I don't think it's any secret who it's going to. Claire Coljon, 17 points. An impressive night from her. We'll hear from her and Coach Petiti and a couple other players following this game. Follow Hohenheim Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter to see those post-game interviews. That one goes out of play against the Bucks. It'll be Hohenheim ball once again. Emily Majoris to take it up here. She has 7 for 10. No good. Gonna go out the front of the rim. And nice little box out there from Metter. Not going for the ball. Lets it go out. And it goes back to the Bucks.
Metter has a lot of basketball IQ, but if she's getting stressed out or she's in fast pace, sometimes she just loses it. But that was a very good decision.
There. Looking to kick it. Gives Danilovic inside the arc. Shot going to be too powerful from Chovenkova. Bounces around. Board taken in by Forgosh. Majoris with 7, the highest scorer on the court right now for the Green Wave, takes it up. Majoris kicks. Simzak drives. She puts on the floater. It goes in off the glass. The bank has been open, but it reopens. Nice job from Sophia Simzak.
I think this is the most, the most time, not only that they've gotten open, but Buckeyes moved the ball around a lot more these past 4 minutes, I'd say. They've gotten a lot more shots off. I think this is the most shots they've got off since the entire game.
Definitely agree. Majoris, don't know if that was a necessary foul to give up there. Kind of tackled her to the ground.
Pushing her out,
But once again, we said it pregame, if Hohenheim scores 50 plus, they are undefeated. Look at
Yeah.
the scoreboard, they got 52. Inside the arc, Chovenkova the floater. That'll be a foul on the shot. That will send the Bucks to the line. They are 2 for 11 so far. That one going against Simzak. So it'll be Chovenkova taking 2. The first, no good. The Bucks now 2 for 12 from the line. Chovenkova set less than a minute to go. Air ball, and it'll go to the Green Wave. So the Bucks most likely will end the night 2 for 13 from the charity strike. Buckeye will drop to 0-8 on the year. Hohenheim 4-2. Williams, the putback off the glass. It's 54-8 now. Nice shot from Honesty. Williams to get that one in. Floater, not gonna fall. Simzak fighting for the rebound. She corrals it in. Lamana, that's gonna be a timer. Coach Petiti says no. No more shots. Let's see. Abraham, Majoris, and you can hear them even in our headphones. No shot.
No shots, no shots.
It'll end 54-8 with your Keon Sports Player of the Game going to Claire Koljan. Once again, I believe for a second time she's won that award this year. And that does it here from Hohenheim High School. Our final score, Hohenheim wins in a rout, 54-8 against the Buckeye Bucks. We'll be back on Friday and Saturday to bring you Hohenheim boys basketball first against Normandy at 7 p.m. at the Invader Dome and 12:30, an early start at Warrensville Heights against Gilmore. To stay updated on all the games that we are covering, follow Hohenheim Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all Hohenheim sports, follow Hohenheim Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Hohenheim Athletics YouTube and put out push notifications to be notified when we go live. But with that, that will do it from Hohenheim High School. Thank you for spending your Wednesday night with us. I've been Nathan Smee alongside me, Ava Posa. Have a good night, everyone. Hohenheim students, good luck on your finals tomorrow. And as always, go Neighbors.